now on the streets, I'll break. If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck. Right now, on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck.
I don't want to get credit for that fight. They don't want to get credit for that fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I don't get ready because I was ready.
It's too small. It's too small. It's the same for me.
If he win or Charlo, the winner.
Wow, that would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed in the win.
Yeah,
and become undisputed. Wow, what can they say? They can't say. They can't say nothing right now. But what can they say?
See, I feel like I think Bud could beat Canelo.
Would you like to see that fight?
What I like.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. It's your boy No Credit in the flesh, man. Back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Canelo Alvarez took the bait, as you read from the title. He did. He was not interested in this fight. You know, when he looks at a Terence Crawford, he looks at Floyd Mayweather, but he looks at Floyd Mayweather 2.0. What do I mean by Floyd Mayweather 2.0? He looks at somebody that can outbox him, but can potentially hurt him. So when the Terence Crawford fight was offered to him or was even brought up, I remember Canelo doing all these interviews with like the Breakfast Club and Sway in the Morning, and they was like, Canelo, please give us that Terence Crawford fight. That's the only guy out there that we want to see you fight. And Canelo's like, nah, he's too small. He's too small. After the Madrimov fight, we ain't hear Canelo say he's too small no more. That was the bait fight. That was the fight to get Canelo to say, hey, maybe in his head, this is what he's thinking. Maybe I could get this so-called small guy, right? That's what he's thinking now. He's like, maybe the weight can affect him. Maybe I could get this so-called small guy. Because if he's struggling with a guy named Madrimov, who a lot of boxing fans don't know, how can he be me, a Mexican legend, who's been in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, who's been in the ring with all the best fighters in the world? But Canelo forgets styles make fights. And let me tell you how I know Canelo's going to lose this fight also. Canelo thinks how everybody else thinks when it comes to the sport of boxing. When I say everybody else, I'm talking about the people that, you know, they just repeat what they hear because they don't truly follow the sport. Let me break it down what I mean by Canelo think how everybody else think. We know when a small guy is moving up to fight a bigger guy, a lot of people always say this: a big good man always beat a little good man. Right or wrong? Exactly. I remember Canelo Alvarez predicted Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Canelo used the same logic that every boxing fan used. A big good man always beat a little good man. Canelo says Tyson Fury is big. He has skills like Usyk, and he's gonna outweigh Usyk by all these pounds. He's longer, he's taller, he has the reach. So Canelo picked Tyson Fury to beat Alexander Usyk. I remember listening to Canelo break down that fight. I'm like, damn, if that's Canelo mindset, that's how Canelo's gonna look at the Bud Crawford fight. Because now he's in the Tyson Fury situation, and Bud Crawford is the Alexander Usyk in the situation. Boxing continued to show its hand over and over and over again, and people still take the bait like Canelo took the bait himself. People still take the bait every time. When we looked at Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, we previously seen Alexander Usyk go in there, made easy work of Anthony Joshua. We see Alexander Usyk go in there and made easy work of Anthony Joshua twice. What did Anthony Joshua say after he lost to Alexander Usyk? Sit down, think about it. Anthony Joshua was like, "How the freak did I lose to Alexander Usyk when I'm the bigger guy? He started his career at cruiserweight. I'm the bigger guy. I'm bigger than him. How did he beat me, y'all? How did Usyk beat me? He's too small." Anthony Joshua was so mad. He asked Usyk in the ring. He said, "How did you beat me? I'm too big. I'm stronger than you. You're not strong. How did you beat me?" Hey, yo, that was probably one of the funniest moments in boxing, guys. You see, that's the difference for me and a lot of you boxing fans. Y'all don't pay attention to the details. This is the difference for me and a lot of you boxing fans. You don't pay attention to the important stuff. You just watch boxing just to watch it. You don't listen to these guys talk. You don't break down these fights. You don't watch fight films. But yet you want to cut on my channel and argue with me when I pay attention to all the little details. You probably don't even remember Anthony Joshua crying in the ring to Alexander Usyk, asking that man, how did he beat him if he's the stronger man? Joshua literally went to Alexander Usyk and said, "How did you beat me? I'm the stronger man. You came from cruiserweight. I'm bigger than you. I got all this muscles. Yet you still beat me. And you beat me twice." Hey, yo. Oh, my gosh. People think boxing is about size and strength and power. That's not how boxing works. That's not how boxing works. I want these guys that think like that to come to my gym in Philadelphia. Come to James Shuler's boxing gym. Come to Shepard's boxing gym and watch how little guys handle a lot of big guys in sparring. Watch how easy they handle these guys that are way bigger than them. I want y'all to come and watch it. Y'all don't go to the gym like that. Y'all don't watch these fights and y'all don't watch boxing in person. Y'all need to come to a gym and watch some sparring sessions where a little good great guy fights a big good guy and the little guy's just too fast. The big guy can't cut off the ring. He just can't hit him clean. And the little guy's just making easy work of him. That's how Canelo versus Crawford is going to go. But the only problem with that is Crawford has a longer reach. Canelo's supposed to be the bigger man, but what advantages does he have? He's already losing a lot of advantages going into the fight. Crawford's the taller man, longer reach. The only advantage he's going to have, if that, the weight and maybe power. But power don't win fights. Anthony Joshua had a lot of power, way more power than Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury has a lot of power, way more power than Usyk. We seen how those fights play out. We know power don't win fights. It's about IQ, skills, pays the bills. Let me read this comment from Bandel. Bandel says, "Don't get too excited. Canelo still ducked the smoke. Whoa. What you mean, Bandel? Whoa, hold on. I'm a little excited right now. So don't kill my excitement because he says don't get too excited. Canelo might still duck the smoke. Salute to my guy Bandel. Bandel, what you mean by that, Brody? What you mean Canelo might still duck the smoke? He says Canelo should know better than that. He knows styles make fights. His aggressive style is easier work than the style Madrimov chose against Bud. Bud destroys aggressive fighters. A- You see, absolutely. Listen to what Bandel just said, right? People gotta understand styles make fights. Bud Crawford is the best fighter when it comes to fighting aggressive, come forward fighter. That is the style Canelo has chose ever since he moved up in weight. You know why he chose that style? He's fighting bigger, slower guys. So he feels like, hey, I could walk these guys down, just slip their punches and counter them. There's nothing they could do. You think that aggressive come forward style is gonna work against a guy like Bud Crawford? You think that's gonna work against a guy like Bud Crawford, who's a sharpshooter, who's gonna hit Canelo with punches in between his punches? Every time Canelo throw a punch, Bud Crawford is gonna punch with him in between his punches, similar to what Usyk was doing to Tyson Fury, punching with the bigger man in between his punches, countering him, outboxing him, hitting him more than Usyk had the faster hand speed. Crawford will have this faster hand speed. He's gonna hit Canelo with punches Canelo don't see coming. Those are the punches that put you away. The punches that you don't see coming. Let me ask you guys a question. Going into the Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury fight, did we all think Usyk can hurt Fury? What did y'all think? If anybody gets hurt, it would have been Usyk, right? Who got hurt in that fight? Was it not Fury who got rocked and was bouncing all over the ring? He almost got knocked out. He didn't almost get knocked out by. Let me show boxing fans how stupid it. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful, but some boxing fans really pissed me off. Let me show boxing fans how uneducated they are when it comes to the sport of boxing, right? And I'm gonna always use these comparisons. Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, one of the biggest punchers all time in the sport of boxing, right? Deontay Wilder couldn't knock out Tyson Fury. He didn't have Tyson Fury hurt as well in the first fight. He did drop him for a few seconds, but he didn't physically have Tyson Fury hurt like Alexander Usyk, the smaller man, had Tyson Fury wobbling all over the ring. We've never seen Tyson Fury in that position before. And we didn't see that from Deontay Wilder. We saw that from Usyk, a guy who doesn't punch as hard as Deontay Wilder. I'm trying to make a point, guys. I want you guys to listen. And I want you to listen good, right? So when you talk about Crawford versus Canelo, you don't sound ridiculous. You know how you guys sound ridiculous? You guys say Canelo's been in the ring with Sergey Kovalov, Triple G. Triple G couldn't hurt Canelo. Sergey Kovalov couldn't hurt Canelo. Dmitry Bivol couldn't hurt Canelo. Miguel Cotto couldn't hurt Canelo. How would Crawford hurt Canelo? This is the part with boxing fans. They don't understand the sport of boxing. Because that narrative can easily be destroyed. When we look at Canelo Alvarez's career, they said Sergey Kovalov, Triple G, and all these guys couldn't hurt Canelo. If that's the case, why was Canelo hurt at 147 by Jose Miguel Cotto. You see, y'all don't thoroughly follow the sport. So when y'all speak on the sport, it sounds very ignorant. It sounds very, very ignorant. We've already seen Canelo hurt at 147 by a small guy in Jose Miguel Cotto. Canelo was rocked like Fury was rocked versus Usyk. Y'all never mentioned the fact that Canelo already been rocked at 147. Y'all only talk about Canelo not being rocked when he fought GGG and when he fought Kovalev and all these other bigger guys. Just because a small guy rocked you, don't mean a bigger guy's gonna rock you. It's the same situation with Crawford himself. He got rocked by Gamboa. Because a small Gamboa rocked Crawford, do that mean Earl Spence was gonna rock Crawford? No, that's not how boxing works. Styles make fights. All the other bigger guys Crawford's fought, none of them has ever rocked him. This is why I call Gervonta Davis a casual. He thinks like the rest of boxing fans. He says, Crawford got hurt by Gamboa, but he didn't get hurt by all these other big guys. Why don't you say the same shit about Canelo Alvarez? Gervonta Davis is a casual fangirl. This is why I don't bang with Gervonta like that. Because when he opens his mouth, he sounds like every other boxing fans who don't really truly follow the sport. Why didn't Gervonta Davis say the same shit about Canelo? Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto, but he's never been rocked after that. Jose Miguel Cotto was a small guy. Gamboa was a small guy. Gamboa rocked Crawford. Jose Miguel Cotto rocked Canelo. Nobody wants to say that because you guys truly don't follow the sport of boxing. Y'all just be trolling. And that's the problem. Stop trolling and truly sit down and watch all of these guys' fights, their past fights. So you don't say Canelo can't get hurt by bigger guys. How he's going to get hurt by Crawford? When Canelo's already been hurt by smaller guys. You understand what I'm saying? So let's bring these people back to reality so they don't embarrass themselves when they talk about Crawford can't hurt Canelo. When we seen Canelo already rocked. We seen Canelo already hurt by a smaller man. It is what it is. Bandel, salute. He says, exactly. Ronnie Shields said it's not about size and power. It's about IQ and skills. He said Bud is the smartest he's ever seen. That's high praise. I agree. Salute. I knew Usyk was going to beat Fury. Usyk is nice. I realized how nice he was in that first Joshua fight. Hey, yo, Bandel, that was the fight that opened my eyes too. That Anthony Joshua fight. How easily he handled Anthony Joshua. And he handled him even easier in the second fight. And that was the fight that truly opened my eyes. And the thing that really also stood out to me in that Anthony Joshua fight was when Joshua, I don't know if you remember, bro. Anthony Joshua literally went to Alexander Usyk and said, "How did you beat me?" I will never forget that. And I want a lot of boxing fans to go back and watch Anthony Joshua in the ring with Alexander Usyk. When he asks Usyk, he says, "How did you beat me? I'm stronger than you. I'm bigger than you. I have more power than you. How did you beat me, Usyk? Please tell me your secret." Anthony Joshua is a casual boxing fan because he asked that question. What do you mean? How did Usyk beat you? He's the better fighter overall. That's how he beat you. Boxing is about skill set. It's not about being bigger than the other guy. That's not how boxing works. Being bigger, being stronger, having more power doesn't mean you're gonna win the fight. It's technique, it's skills, it's IQ. Come on now, don't do that. As a, as a former unified heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua should know more about boxing than to ask a stupid question like that. How did you beat me? I'm stronger than you. I'm bigger than you. I have more power than you. How did you beat me? That was one of the craziest thing I've ever heard Anthony Joshua say out of his mouth to Alexander Usyk. Bandel said, "You see that Bud interview that dropped yesterday? Bud said he knows he can hurt Canelo and might be able to stop him. Check out that. Whoa, I seen it, but I never clicked on it to watch it, bro. I've been meaning to watch it, but it was too long. So I was watching all of the interviews that was shorter, but I'ma definitely watch that interview for sure. I haven't had the time to sit down and watch that interview, because that interview is about like, what is, like 22 minutes or more. But I'll definitely watch it though. I'll definitely watch it. He really said that? That's what's up. I'll definitely watch it too. Bandel said, yeah, a lot of these boxers just repeat the casuals. Absolutely, bro. Bro, I was so shocked listening to Anthony Joshua. Bro, I was so shocked listening to Anthony Joshua ask Usyk, how did you beat me? How did you beat me? I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm taller than you. I have a longer reach than you. This is what Anthony Joshua said to Usyk. I don't know how people missed that. He was in the ring. He went up to Usyk. He says, Usyk, how did you do it? I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I have more power than you. How did you beat me? yo, 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 boxing is a funny sport. Some people don't understand boxing. They was just fortunate enough to box. A lot of boxers don't understand the sport. They was just fortunate enough to box. So they think that's how boxing works. Being bigger, being stronger, being taller, have a longer reach automatically means you should win the fight, right? That's not how boxing works. It is what it is. La Jessica says, salute. No credit in the chat. Salute, La Jessica. You guys are up early, man. It's 7:43 a.m. and there's a few people in the chat and a few people watching the screen right now. What are you guys on your way to work? Because it's early. I didn't expect this many people to be up 7:43 in the morning. Bandel says, once again, salute to La Jessica for showing up and showing out. La Jessica always popping up and showing love. I appreciate you, La Jessica. Canelo Alvarez took the bait after the Madrimal fight. Bandel says, Spence used to always repeat the casuals, and Tank does it all the time. Ayo, Bandel, this is facts. Spence, Spence, Spence does it, like you said, and Gervonta Davis does the same. You know what's crazy? Gervonta Davis is doing the same thing Earl Spence used to do, like you just said. Gervonta Davis even went as far as Gervonta Davis even went as far as talking about Snack. He says Terrence Crawford's on undetectable steroids. Where did he get that from? He got that from listening to these casual boxing fan channels. You think he just woke up one day and said that? No, he got that from listening to these channels. I guarantee you he got that from listening to one of these LDBC channels. That's where he got it from. He didn't, because Gervonta's not smart enough to say something like that. He's not articulate enough to mention Snack or anything else. He got that from listening to somebody. One of these casual boxing fans put that in his head. So whenever he does an interview, he repeats everything he heard. This is facts. My guy Bandel says, I'm Muslim. I get up early every morning to pray. Yo, Bandel, that's what's up, bro. I've been locked up before, and my Muslim cellie, he did that all the time. You know, I don't know if he was doing it on the street, on the bricks, but when I was locked up with him, uh, he kept the faith. He literally never missed a prayer. He was up early every day doing his thing. So I respect the Muslim religion. I just don't respect that some people that participate or claim to be Muslim in my city of Philadelphia. I don't respect them because they don't keep the values or the practices of the Muslim faith. They only do it when it benefits them. Like, for example, some people only participate just for the rewards that come with the religion. They just participate for the celebration or participate just to be accepted. That's my only problem with some people in my city of Philadelphia. If that's your faith, you need to absolutely practice your faith. You know, don't just do it part time. 1 minute you're devoted Muslim, and the next minute you're gangbanging in the street. You're shooting at your Muslim brother. You can't be shooting at your Muslim brother. That's supposed to be your brother, right? You know, last year Eid in Philadelphia, the Eid celebration was shot up. That's not cool. You can't do that, you know. But then again, I'm not a guy that holds what other Muslims do against other Muslim because I'm a guy who judge people off of character. I'm a always give respect because there's always bad apples in every single faith. Just like the Christian religion, there's bad apples in the Christian religion. So we can't blame one bad fruit and say, hey, because these guys don't keep their religion, keep the faith, these guys are bad. But there's a bunch of other guys that do what they're supposed to do. So we can't judge everybody based off of a few individuals that choose to part-time participate in a religion just to be accepted. So we can't judge the entire religion based off of those people. So salute to the people that do keep their faith. Guys like my guy Bandel, salute to him. That's doing his thing. It's just in Philly, in my city, these guys, they claim to be Muslim, but they're part-time Muslim. And that's a bad look on I don't want to completely say that's a bad look on a religion. I'm gonna just say that's a bad look on their part because that's not cool. You can't be part-time Muslim, bro. You can't say, hey, I'm Muslim. You don't keep the faith. You're out here gangbanging, shooting at your ops every chance they get. And majority of the people in Philly are Muslim. So you're shooting at your Muslim brother, but yet you're claiming the faith. That's a bad look. You know, people got to smarten up. Anyway, let me get back to boxing. But salute to my guy, Bandel. La Jessica says, I just dropped my kids off at school and now I'm going to bed soon. Hey, yo, don't go to bed yet, La Jessica. Let's finish the live stream first. I know you tired. You just dropped the kids off to school. But you got on here for a reason. And we going to finish this live today. She said she about to go to sleep. So you just popped in just to see what I was talking about, but you about to go to sleep on me? That's crazy, La Jessica. Come on now. Tap into the live. Let's finish the show. I got 30 more minutes left. You could spare 30 minutes, right? But anyway, let's get back to the show. Canelo Alvarez took the bait, guys. It was the Madrimov fight that lured Canelo Alvarez to taking this Bud Crawford fight. Canelo Alvarez should have stuck to his guns and said, I'm never fighting this Crawford guy. He made the wrong decision by accepting the fight. And I'm telling you guys right now, he made the wrong decision by accepting this fight. Because when he loses to Crawford, the excuses, he can't have any excuse. He can't say, oh, I only lost because of this. I only lost because of that. What boxing fans is going to believe Canelo Alvarez while he lost to a smaller guy, Crawford? Nobody's going to believe any excuses he has. So Canelo knows that. He knows that. He knows that he can't have excuses when he loses to Crawford. So that's why he outpriced himself. And yet, I listen to people say Crawford is only taking the Canelo fight for a payday. This is what boxing fans used to say. They say Crawford is only taking the Canelo fight for a payday. Remember, boxing fans kept saying that? How is Crawford taking the Canelo fight for a payday when Canelo is the one that was outpricing himself? I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. When the last time Canelo asked for $100 million to fight somebody? He's never done that other than Crawford and Benavidez. Right? Canelo has never did that other than Crawford and Benavidez. The two fights where he felt like, man, these are very difficult fights. I could potentially lose these fights. So I need over $100 million to fight these guys. Why did he do that with Crawford and Benavidez? He viewed those two guys as very dangerous threats. And if he was going to lose to those guys, he needs a retirement check. So I want you guys to listen to me, and I want you guys to listen to me good. Especially those that say Crawford's cashing out. It's the other way around, guys. It's the other way around. I want you to repeat it for me. It's the other way around. Canelo is the one cashing out. He's the one that asks for an enormous amount of money. He's the one that's cashing out. It's not Crawford. When Crawford looks at the Canelo fight, yeah, he can't pay a lot of money. But he looks at the Canelo fight as, man, this is the fight that's going to stamp my name in boxing history forever. A win over a guy like Canelo Alvarez. It puts me in there with the greats like a Muhammad Ali. That's how Crawford looks at a Canelo fight. When Canelo looks at a Crawford fight, he sees dollar signs. He don't see, hey, this fight's going to make me, I'm Muhammad Ali, going to make me the greatest of all time. He says, this fight's going to make me rich. Crawford is the guy to make me rich. Crawford is the guy to give me my highest payday. Let me read some of these comments. So, when you talk Crawford versus Canelo and you come to my channel, make sure you have the facts correct and make sure you say Canelo is the one cashing out, not the other way around. Canelo was the one who asked for over $100 million, right or wrong. Canelo has never asked for that amount of money versus any other fighter. Why the heck will he ask for that amount of money versus a small Crawford? What does that tell you? Crawford is a huge threat to Canelo's legacy. And if he were to lose, which he will lose, he wanted that retirement check. and he got it. Turkey Al-Sheikh was man of his word, and he put that retire. Can you know what Canelo thought? Let me tell you guys what Canelo thought for a second. Let me tell you what Canelo thought. When Canelo outpriced himself for the Crawford fight, which was asking for a retirement check, he thought no promoter would pay that money. Just sit down and think about what I'm saying for a second. I want you guys to sit down. You guys are not listening to me when I talk this boxing stuff. When Canelo asked for the amount of money he asked for Crawford fight, right? He thought nobody was gonna pay that money. He's like, man, let me give a big number that nobody's gonna pay. So that means I never have to fight Crawford. Canelo was so salty and was so shocked that Turkey Al-Sheikh was willing to entertain that amount of money he was asking for a Crawford fight. So when Turkey Al-Sheikh entertained that money, Canelo was like, whoa, I threw that number out there because I thought nobody was going to pay that money. But now this guy Turkey's going to pay that money? Hey, why not fight this guy? If I lose, I get paid. I've already lost multiple times. Another loss not going to hurt. At least I get the amount of money that I thought nobody would pay. This guy Turkey wants to pay this money. Of course I'm going to fight this Crawford kid. And plus, he didn't look too good versus Madrimov, so I have a chance of beating him. That's how Canelo's thinking right now. Let me read some of these comments. Vandell says, I noticed you popped up at any hour of the day and you'll disappear for weeks too. I be wondering, where's my boy Easy Root at? Then you pop up from nowhere. Hey yo, Vandell, my fault, gang. Vandell, my fault, bro. Vandell, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm an entrepreneur, bro. I work from home, so I have a lot of free time. It's just like I don't know what it is, but like I have a lot of free time, but I don't know why I don't be able to like just jump on Instagram and I said Instagram, jump on YouTube and just do my thing all the time. And I have all this free time in the world, bro. Like I need to take this YouTube stuff more serious. And I have all the free time in the world because I work from home, bro. That's crazy. I should do like 3 lives a day. For real, for real. Like 3 hours won't hurt. I have all the free time in the world, bro. I'm gonna try to figure it out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I have the time to do these lives too. La Jessica said, yup, he sure do. Hey yo, La Jessica, my fault, yo. My fault, La Jessica. I'm around though. I'm definitely around. I could do these lives. I could do these videos. I just I just don't be too consistent. I need to be more consistent with it. La Jessica says, payday, payday. Canelo wants payday. Exactly. That's the only reason he took the Crawford fight because he wants that payday. Showtime Will, salute. Salute to everybody in the chat. I agree with La Jessica, man. Canelo only took the Crawford fight for payday. Don't let anybody tell you Crawford is the one that took the fight for a payday. When Crawford looks at Canelo, he looks at legacy. He looks at being remembered as one of the greatest fighters to ever do it. When Canelo looks at Crawford, he looks at Crawford as a payday. Sit down and think about it. I want you guys to really sit down and think about it. When Canelo looks at Terrence Bud Crawford, he looks at Crawford as a payday. This is why he threw out a big number and thought no promoters will ever pay that money. He was so salty. He was so shocked when Turkey Al-Sheikh said, hey, listen, I'll pay that money, Canelo. I want that Crawford fight. Canelo's like, whoa. I never thought nobody would pay this amount of money. I just threw that number out there because I didn't want to fight that guy Crawford. But if you're gonna pay that money, that's some money I can't turn down. So I'll fight him. And that's what made Crawford versus Canelo. Because Canelo got an amount of money he thought he would never get. He just threw that money out there. He's never made that money versus Floyd Mayweather. He's never made that money versus GGG. He's never made that money versus Cotto. He's never made that money versus Bivol. So why in the world did he think he was going to get that money versus Crawford? He didn't think he was going to get that money. But when he got that money, he couldn't turn it down because he had already threw the money out there saying, I'll fight this guy for this amount of money. He thought nobody was going to pay that money. Turkey Al-Sheikh came out with the checkbook, and Canelo had to eat his words like, whoa, I threw that amount of money out there because I didn't think nobody was going to pay it. The fact that Turkey Al-Sheikh is going to pay that money, I can't go back on my word because I said I'll fight him for that amount of money. So if he's going to pay me that amount of money, I'm going to be forced to have to fight the guy. And that's why we got Crawford versus Canelo. Payday, payday. Canelo wants payday. Showtime will salute. I understand though, champ. That's life beyond YouTube. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. It is life beyond YouTube. But the thing is, bro, I'm always in the crib too, though. You know, I work from home, but I'm always in the crib. I'm saying I got the free time. It's like I just don't be having the energy or motivation to come on unless I see the great topic that I really want to talk about. And I shouldn't have that mindset. I should just keep it consistent and just talk boxing and just talk boxing as a whole. You feel me? Bandel says every man, this comment needs to be pinned. We need to pin this comment right here. How can I pin this comment? I'm gonna start this comment. This comment right here by Bandel makes all the sense in the world. So when I listen to guys that say Crawford wants the payday, you guys need to look at this comment from Bandel. He says, everyone gets their biggest bag against Bud. This is facts. This is 100% facts. Everyone does get their biggest payday against Bud Crawford. If you look back in history, these are the facts. Earl Spence never touched $25 million until he fought Bud Crawford. Canelo never touched $100 million until he's about to fight Bud Crawford. Who did Canelo make $100 million with? Nobody. He's going to make that with Bud Crawford, though. So, like my man Bandel said, everyone gets their biggest payday against Bud Crawford. So when you say payday, payday, it ain't for Crawford, it's for Canelo Alvarez. Cash out. Canelo got a ring to it. Cash out Canelo. Got a ring to it. Hey, yo. Showtime will salute. Hey, yo. Cash out Canelo. It got a ring to it. Yup. Yes, sir. WJ Lockett. Salute, my guy. He says, Bud stopping Canelo. That's a possibility. You know, I couldn't see it before, but hey, that's definitely a possibility. That's that we'll see. We'll see how mean Canelo is against somebody who's meaner than him. We know Canelo's not as mean as Crawford. Crawford is a mean dude. Crawford actually enjoys hurting his opponents. Let me tell you guys a story about Bud Crawford. Hey, yo, Brano Romero, salute. He says Crawford's going to kill Canelo. Hey, yo, Brano Romero, Salute to my guy Romero in the chat. What's going on, bro? How you, bro? You want to come on and talk a few? I already been talking for like 45 minutes. I got 15 more minutes. You can come on and talk boxing with me, Brody. You can come on and talk boxing with me, Brody. Yes, sir. Let me drop the link for you, Romero, if you want to. If you free, hit the link, Romero. Let's talk boxing for a little bit. I remember when this fight was first talked about, Romero, you wasn't really up for that fight. But you've had a change in energy, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it, you know. When the fight was first talked about, everybody was talking about size. Now everybody is starting to see. Everybody is starting to see size don't win fights. Skills pays the bills. Everybody is starting to see that. Everybody is starting to see skills pays the bill. Brano Romero, I am on vacation in the Dominican Republic right now. Hey yo, Brano Romero, that's what's up, bro. You living it up, my guy. I never been to the Dominican Republic. I need to visit, bro. I heard the women are beautiful. The women are beautiful. The food is great. I need to visit the Dominican Republic. Hold on. Brano Romero, are you Dominican or are you Puerto Rican? I thought you was Puerto Rican, bro. Are you Dominican? I thought you was Puerto Rican when I first spoke to you. So that means you're Dominican, bro, or you just visiting the Dominican Republic? Me personally, I thought you was Puerto Rican or something. But salute to my guy, Brano Romero. He says, I am Dominican all the way. Hey, yo, salute. Salute to my guy, Brano Romero. He says, I'm Dominican all the way. Bandel, as this fight gets closer, I see Vegas making it a 50-50 fight. I won't be surprised if Buzz becomes a slight favorite. Don't let Canelo look bad his next fight. I know Canelo better win in convincing fashion. My God, boxing nerd. It's been a while, boxing nerd. It's been a while, boxing nerd. Hit the link. Get on here, buddy. Get on here. The people miss you, boxing nerd. Hit the link and get on here. Let's talk boxing, buddy. Hit the link, boxing nerd. Come on, buddy. Where the freak you been, buddy? He's gonna say, where have I been? I've been around, buddy. I've been around. Hit the link. Let's talk boxing, boxing nerd. I got a few questions for Boxer Dirt. Boxer Dirt, hit that link, man. Get on the show. Let's talk boxing, bro. He comes in here and he says, Boots about to have a time with standing owners. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. He just loves to mention his boy Boots every chance he gets. Everything we're talking about has nothing to do with Boots. Nobody cares anything about Boots. Boots has not accomplished anything in the sport of boxing. What the freak has Boots done to even be mentioned with a Crawford or a Canelo? Yet Boxing Nerds comes in the comment section and he mentioned a nobody that nobody really cares about. Boots and Stanionis. Nobody cares about those guys. Boxing Nerd, we're talking about all-time great fighters. We ain't worried about no Boots or Stanionis. Those guys are nobodies. Nobody cares about those guys. Let those guys actually put in some work in the sport of boxing for us to take those guys serious. We don't care about those guys. We're talking about Crawford and Canelo right now. You've been missing, you goof. Brano Romero says, you would love it here. You might not want to leave. Hey, yo, I need to visit ASAP, Brano Romero. Oh, nerd. What's up, my boy?
You've been gone.
He said, I've been going where I've been going, bro.
How am I supposed to know? You're in YouTube jail.
You said I was in YouTube jail for how long? For like,
Next 30 years.
hey, yo, he said like 30 years. What's going on, bro? How you? Hey, yo, change that profile picture and put Bud and Canelo. What the freak is this
No.
fight?
The hell?
Nobody cares about that fight. These guys are not known. Nobody knows these guys. Matter of fact, who are those guys in your profile picture?
That's why you took your time taking shots at him for a good 5 seconds.
Boxing there. Who are those people in your? That's a fight coming up. I didn't even know anything about that fight.
If I was going, you should have been going too.
You said what?
You were about to go to the whole fight if I was going, so don't lie.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't even know those guys. Those guys just started boxing.
Text the proof.
All right, let me ask you a question though. What if those guys done in the sport of boxing for us to take them serious?
After this fight, we'll see.
He said after this fight, we'll see.
The winner of this fight is going to be a ring magazine.
What have Boots done in the sport of boxing for us to even mention him? Absolutely nothing, bro.
Can you relax? He's about to be the unified champion of the world at welterweight.
He's about to be the unified champion. Does he even deserve that shot? Has he put in any work? He fought a guy, Karen, twice. A guy nobody knows. And he had a tough time with Karen. How is he going to do against Stanionis? That's how boxing fans talk. They be like, he had a tough time against this guy. How is he going to do against this guy? Against this guy, when they should know styles make fights. It's crazy how people talk when they talk boxing.
It is insane.
But yeah, you said you're not going to that fight no more?
I can't go.
Oh, yeah. You spent the money?
Pretty much.
He said pretty much. That's life, bro. Hold on, let me ask you a question. You think Boots is going to stop Stanionis?
What'd you say?
You think Boots is going to knock him out?
From what I've been hearing, and you should be hearing the same thing, he's on a different level now because he has a nutritionist, right?
Uh-huh.
He's hitting his PRs. And
yeah.
He's about to destroy Stanionis.
I hope you're right because I'm thinking about betting on a fight going to decision. I'm thinking about betting on a fight going to decision. In my opinion, Boots forgot how to knock a guy out.
It's not. Well,
he forgot how to knock a guy out. I'm betting the decision, bro.
You'll probably win money. Stanionis is tough.
You said what?
You probably win money because Stanionis is tough.
So we'll see. Hopefully, he goes 12 rounds and make me some money.
Have you seen Stanionis fight?
Yeah, I've seen Stanionis fight multiple times. He's a solid fighter.
Is he easily hit?
Huh? Yeah. He's easily hit. You don't have defense like that.
Yeah, all right. So I've never seen.
But he's tough though. He's tough.
All right.
He's as tough as it come. I ain't gonna say he get hit and then he's gonna go down.
Did you see the Fandor fight the other day? Actually.
Yeah. That fight was an easy fight to predict, bro.
Bruh.
Yeah, Fandor.
I don't know why.
You said what, bro?
If it's Booker's really that garbage, or Fandor looks scary. Like,
no. Come on,
I think
bro.
he stops.
Come on,
I think he stops. I think he stops Sanders' ass.
Who? What's his name?
Fandor. Because
you think Fandor stops? I think he does if Zayas trades with him. If Zayas outboxes him, he can win.
You can't outbox Fandor.
Yeah, you can, bro.
No, you cannot.
Because sometimes he doesn't use his reach. But now I ain't gonna lie, he's been using it lately a little bit.
Bro, he boxed up Sizu and he boxed up Booker before he stopped him.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that inside uppercut was nasty work, bro. If he decides to box you, there's no getting around it. Like
No,
here's what I
Zay. I think Zay has a shot, bro. I don't
no
want
he
to
doesn't.
count. I don't want to count the young man out.
You want to bet?
I'm not saying he's gonna win. I said he has a shot. Anything could
I'm saying
happen.
you want to bet.
I gotta go back and study the fight a little bit more. I don't want to bet right now. I'm just saying he has a shot.
Your best chance of beating Fundora is catching him with the overhand. I saw the fight and I seen that he doesn't get his head off the line. Another person that doesn't get his head off the line is Brian Norman. Brian Norman was there to be hit with overhands. I just watched his fight with Gian Santillan, which is an overhyped win, very overhyped win.
Don't do
Santillan
that,
was
bro. That's a big
no,
win. That's a big win.
no,
Nobody did that to
no.
Centillion before.
Here's why: because Santillan never fought nobody.
He did fight somebody. He fought. He fought.
Alexis Rocha is what now?
Yeah, but he was good before
Having
that
close,
Centillion fight.
yo, bro.
He was
He
making
was
a name for himself, bro.
he wasn't fighting nobody. He fought Blair Cobbs, and everybody expected
And he
him to whoop on
smoked
Bear
Blair
Claw.
Cobbs, bro. That's a solid win.
No, it's not,
Come
bro.
on, bro. You taking
Blair,
credit?
where
I know
where
you.
is Blair
All right,
Cobbs
listen,
right now?
listen, nerd. Nerd, we gotta be fair here. I know you a Boost fan, but you gotta give Norman some credit for that Centillion win, bro. Nobody ever smoked Blair Cobbs like Alexa Rocha did, and then Centillion smoked Alexa Rocha, and then Centillion got smoked. Come on, bro. You gotta give these guys some credit.
Nah, bro. I can't give him no credit, bro.
Bro, those are not better wins than freaking Karen. Come on now.
Karen was proved to be a very tricky Ukrainian. I'm not
But
saying
those are better because nobody
no.
knows who
Yeah,
Karen is.
we could. Okay, just because we don't know who he is, does that mean he's a bad boxer? Is
Well,
because
he
we
has.
don't know?
I'm not
No, no.
saying
Answer
that.
my question. Answer my
Listen, listen.
question.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
That's
is,
what
right?
you're saying.
No, let
Because
me
we
tell you
don't
what I'm
know him.
saying, though, bro. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, we're talking. Boxing is all about names, right? Me
Mm.
personally, I'm not saying Karen is a bad fighter, but I'm saying when we talk boxing, what do boxing fans say? They say, "Oh, Boots ain't fight nobody," or let's leave Boots alone for a second. Just in general, they say, "Hey, you haven't beat nobody." Isn't boxing about the names, the names that people know? So when we look at Brian Norman Jr. resume, he beat a guy that people know more better than people know the guy that Boots beat. So who are we gonna say it? Who are we gonna lean more towards not winning the fight, but like saying, hey, he fought somebody and Boots hasn't fought nobody. We're gonna look at Brian Norman's resume and say, hey, Brian Norman beat somebody. Boots hasn't beat anybody. The only guy he really beat was freaking a 140 pounder Sergey Lipinets. That's the only guy people know, right or wrong. Who else do we
And
know on Boots'
he beat
resume?
Romain Villa, the guy that whooped on Rashidi
Bro,
Ellis, who is
pe-
also hold on, who is also the first guy to beat Alexis Rocha.
our, our
If you don't forget.
nerd, you're missing my
So
point.
no,
You
no,
see, we're
hold on. So I'm bringing it back to your point now. Rashidi
right.
Ellis was somewhat of a name who was exiled from Golden Boy because he beat the Golden Goose on Golden Boy
Mm-hmm.
because he beat Alexis Rocha. They got mad at him and shelved him for 3 years. Now
Right.
PBC is doing the same thing because he was supposed to be Roman Villa and make the Drawn Boost Ennis fight, and he didn't. I don't know what they're doing with Rashidi. He needs to get on TKO and make some money
Right.
because he can easily become a champion in TKO. But here's the thing: he beat Rashidi Ellis,
Yeah.
and
In
then
a
he went on to
controversial fight, you got to say that though, bro.
where he got dropped twice in the last round.
Bro, it was controversial. It was still
He got
I
dropped.
thought
He got
bro. I
bro.
thought Rashidi still won the fight, bro.
He won the last 4 rounds easily. Not only that, he rocked him a couple of times, along with dropping him
Rashidi
twice.
outboxed him, bro. Don't do that.
He's dropped him twice in the 12th round.
Rashidi
That's
outboxed that man, bro. They
twice,
robbed
bro.
that man.
Dropped him twice. Yeah, he rocked him once.
I said
Rashidi almost got
robbed, not
stopped.
rocked.
I don't know about that. It was a close fight. Going into the 12th, and then Well, not close going into 12, but 12th made it close because he dropped him twice in the 12th round.
Right.
So, but Rashidi won life and death with Roman Villa, almost got stopped, and then Boots made easy work of him, made himself look like an extreme boogeyman because he beat the hell out of Roman Villa, boxed him up, beat him at every range, ankles, inside, outside boxing. He
Yeah,
rocked him
but
with a
still, all
jab.
right. Let me say
He
this
rocked
to
him. He rocked him with a double jab
our boxing
in the
nerd. Let me.
10th round.
I don't want to
Yeah.
cut you off, right? I want to say this.
Mm.
Have we not seen a guy beat a guy with a name, and that guy who beat a guy with a name still didn't get a name?
Yeah, Brian Norman.
No, no. Brian Norman has a name. Don't do that.
No, he does not.
Yeah,
No, he
he
does
do.
not.
A lot
No,
of
he
people
does
know
not.
Norman.
Who
But
is a
what I'm
lot of
saying
people?
is,
Well,
huh?
so then why is he on Michaela Mayer's undercard if he has a name? Why is he not headlining his own show?
You got a nice little point. But hold on,
Uh-huh.
hold on.
And
Yeah,
even
yeah.
before that,
You caught me with that one a little bit.
of course, I caught you on the chin. That was a nice right hook counter.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. Here's another thing. He was also
yeah.
supposed to be.
He
He
shouldn't be on an undercard right now. He should be a main event fighter.
no, but he's on Michaela Mayer's undercard. That's nasty work, bro.
Yeah, female too. It's a
That's
bad jump.
crazy. Not only that, he was supposed to be on the Keyshawn Davis undercard against what's his name?
Baranchik.
Lemos. No, Lemos. In November.
Oh,
Remember when he
Lamos.
stopped him
Yeah,
in two
yeah.
rounds? That was he was supposed to be on that undercard. So obviously Atlanta don't fuck with Brian Norman like that. So sucks. He's not really known like that. Besides, he was two performances away. He was a performance away from getting cut from Top Rank. If he didn't beat Santillan the way he did, he was gonna get cut. He was looking
Mm.
trash in his previous performances. So I'm so confused as to why everybody's just like, yo, Brian Norman's gonna stop Boots. Brian Norman, da da da. Brian Norman was looking garbage and getting dropped. By the way, the same guy that dropped Brian Norman, Roman Villa beat the hell out of. You know that, right? Roman Villa had the same opponent, and he almost stopped him multiple times in their fight.
All right.
You know why? Because Brian Norman doesn't take his head off the line. It was a perfect right hand counter off the line. It was a counter. Brian Norman I think he was throwing an overhand hook, and what's his name? Baracha took his head off the line, rushed straight right hand down the pipe. Brian Norman doesn't take his head off the line. He doesn't. He has good feet. He has decent feet. He does use his ankles. He has very heavy hands, but his head is there to be hit. He doesn't take his head off the line. I watched his whole fight with Santillan. Santillan was
Hey
catching him
yo,
very frequently, but yeah,
hey yo. I don't want to get off topic, even though that shouldn't even be the topic. The topic is Crawford Canelo. But
I was cooking you.
shut up. Yo, the thing is, oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about something else. Did you see what's his thing? Did you see Greg Hackett versus Brian Norman Sr., bro?
No,
Yo, that was an embarrassing fight from Greg Hackett, bro.
people said
Like
he won. What are you talking about?
what?
People said he was robbed.
How was he robbed,
That's what they were saying. I didn't watch that shit.
bro? I watched the fight, bro. Brian Norman Sr. was walking him down. He kept holding.
I mean,
How
Greg
did he,
is.
bro?
Why am I
That's what
gonna
I'm
take up for
asking you.
Greg? He's
That's what I'm
trash.
asking you. If you watched the fight, the old man was walking him down, bro. I lied to you. I couldn't believe what I was watching,
Yeah, but Brian Norman is a more accomplished, credited fighter, anyways. So
bro. The old man was walking down Greg Hackett.
Greg Hackett is a bona fide, respectfully bum.
I was like, what the freak am I watching here? I'm thinking Greg Hackett is about to knock out the old man. Old man's
Have you
walking
seen
him
Greg?
down.
Have you seen Greg fight?
Yeah, I've seen him fight, but like Norman Sr. though, bro, I didn't expect that. Bro, that was a fight that I didn't expect to go the way it went. I was surprised. I was surprised. It surprised the hell out of me.
I just can't wait till Norman Senior gets is when he gets humbled, bro. He's so irritating. He's on every
Humbled by
single
who?
YouTube channel talking shit.
What do you mean get
Boots.
humble? Why you want to see the guy get
When him
humble
and
so
Brian
bad?
Norman, because he's annoying.
No, he's not annoying.
He's lying about
He
the
just
sparring.
listen.
No, no, listen. He's lying about the
All right,
sparring
go ahead.
sessions
Say
that
what you got to say because I disagree.
he, he's lying about the sparring sessions he had with Tank. Apparently, Tank whooped on his son. He's also lying about the sparring sessions that he had with Boots, making it seem like, oh, Boots didn't really do nothing to him. Boots whooped him 3 different times. Whooped him 3 different times. Yeah, he got better over time, but like he still got outclassed pretty badly. And then Brian Norman Senior is talking like he was a former undisputed unified champion of the world, and his son is going on to be a 3 time world champion in 3 different weight classes. Like he talks too much, bro.
Yeah, but Norman. Norman is younger than all these guys. He's been getting in the
Who
ring with
cares?
these, huh?
Who cares? He doesn't get his health
No, but
aligned.
I'm saying, listen, bro. So even if they got over on him in sparring, he was younger. They were supposed to. They got more experience than him. They've been doing it longer than him. So of course they're supposed to get over on him. So I wouldn't even be celebrating that I got over on a guy when he was younger when I sparred him.
It doesn't matter if they spar and they fight in 2 years. Boots is always going to whoop him. You know why? Because
But
Brian Norman
but I'm saying,
doesn't get his head off the line. Those fundamentals are crucial. As much as you don't think Boots is a big puncher, you can't keep your head on the line and try to punch with Boots. Are you stupid? That's career suicide, bro. He's gonna get stopped.
yeah, but I'm saying, bro, he was real young when he sparred these guys. So over the years, he's gotten better, bro. We can't just do that. We know the younger you are, you're still a little inexperienced. You're getting better. So those sparring sessions, even if he got outboxed and outclassed, he's gotten better, bro. He's becoming a grown man. He's getting his grown man strength. He's not the same fighter he once was, bro.
I just wish you took up for Boots like this, bro. You don't even take up for Boots like this. You're taking up for a guy and from Atlanta, and then you want to talk trash about Boots when Boots did nothing to you.
Boots a duck. That's
Loyalty.
why
How was your duck?
he ducked my man.
Who's your man?
Who I talk about the most on this channel?
He didn't duck him.
Yes,
What are you
he did.
talking
He
about?
was ranked number 2 in the WBO, bro. How many
You
times we going to talk about this same shit over and
again.
over again?
You guys are wrong over and over again.
Was he ranked number 2 in the WBO? Yes or no?
Yes, but what did Bud do? He fought Avanesian.
No. That was before Bud, even before Avanesia.
No,
Boots had a shit. Boots had a shot, a chance.
he decided to go with the IBF after.
Who fought? Hold on. All right. Let's clear it up right now. Who had a fight before? Who had a fight first? Was it Boots or Bud?
But
So Bud fought Avanesia before Boots fought Karen?
yes,
Really?
hmm
No, you making that up. Boots fought Karen first. Boots fought Karen first. I got to go back and look at it. Boots was the one who removed himself from the IBF and went and fought Karen. And then when he fought Karen, that's when Bud fought Avanesia. But like, okay, this guy don't want to fight me. I'ma just stay active. It is what it is. Let me read some of these comments.
that's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Don't chase the story, bro.
You're making shit up, bro.
No, you're making shit up. you try to say Buff fought Avanesia before Boots fought Karen. Boots fought Karen first.
Okay, bro.
Hey yo, this guy. Somebody said Greg bit off more than he could chew. Show intelligence, salute. It's clobber time. Says I assume Norman Jr. was the main event. Crazy that he's the support of a woman title fight. Not gonna lie, that's disrespectful. Hey yo, that is
The
kind of
Normans are
disrespectful.
pissed about that, eh?
That is kind of disrespectful though. What
They're
you
pissed
say?
about that. They're
Huh?
pissed about that.
He's a what?
They are pissed about that.
Who's pissed?
Norman Jr.
Oh
and
yeah,
Shane.
yeah. He should be, cause like what? I don't want to be no undercard. He should have been a main event. She should have been the fight under him.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she has a bigger fan base or whatever they want to say, he still should have been a main event because
She
he has
probably
a big.
does.
Yes, I'm not gonna deny that, but he has a bigger potential to be bigger than her.
She's a former unified champion.
Yeah, but I'm saying, shouldn't Top Rank invest in the guy that has a little bit more potential? Norman has
What
a
do you mean?
potential. Norman has a. He's younger. He has a better potential to be a bigger name than her.
Bro,
So what Top Rank needs to do? That's bad. That's bad marketing. You need to put the people that's already accomplished on the undercard. That's how you build a younger fighter. You don't put the
they were
younger
trying to
guy on the
fire him. What are you
undercard.
talking about?
I'm saying he should. I'm saying Top Rank should have took a chance, made him main event, and put her on the undercard, right? Put her on the undercard and use her fans or whoever fans to build their younger fighter, their potential star. That's what Top Rank should have did.
I hear you, but
They made the wrong move on that one.
at the same time, they wouldn't. Just one fight ago, they were trying to get rid of him.
Yo, this guy.
Santillian? No, Santillian was supposed to slaughter Brian Norman. That
They
was
need to
right for
realize
this.
what they got, man. Hey yo,
You know that was.
I'm not even a big Brian Norman fan, but I'm just
You're
talking
gonna be
shit because
wondering if he fights Boots.
I'm just talking shit because that's Boots your boy. But I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Norman like that. I don't even like his style of fighting. I'm not even gonna lie.
What's wrong with his style fighting?
Everybody likes their style. I prefer Boots style more than I prefer Norman style. If
Yeah,
I'm
because you're a
if I'm
fan.
being real, as a boxing fan, me personally, what I like in the sport, I prefer Boots style more than Norman style. But I'm just trying to make a case for Norman. That's all.
Why?
Cause I don't fuck with Boots.
He's from your city, bro.
So what that mean? I automatically got to bang with him? No, I don't like the guy. If Mayor or Ryan were gonna be stars, they would be our. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was just saying. The nerd. They should look at the younger guy and put more marketing into him because he definitely has the potential upside. So what other fight you looking forward to, bro? I want to see Bivol versus Benavidez. That's the fight I want to see. You heard me? Oh, Boxer Dirt hopped off. But yeah, guys, it's your boy No Credit, and I'm about to get off, man. I'm about to take care of some business. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Hopefully, I could do a live more often. Hold on, Boxing Nerd came back. I'll talk to him for a little bit. Hey, yo, Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, why I'm hearing echo?
Hold on.
You can hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hey, yo, I said, what other fights are you looking forward to?
Um,
I want to see Benavidez versus Bivol really bad, bro. I like that fight.
not happening.
Why it's not happening?
They can't get to a deal.
They should. That's a fight boxing fans want to see. It's a good fight. A great fight.
I know, but him and Turkey can't come to a deal for some reason.
Turkey Al-Sheikh don't want the fight either. That's the problem. What do you think about Opataya? You like him? Somebody said they want to see Zerto versus Opataya. That's a good fight.
Opataya will destroy him.
You think Opataya would knock him out? Yeah, he smoked David Nika. I didn't think he was gonna knock out Nika. Nika got pretty good boxing skills, but he smoked him. I used to watch David Nika in the amateurs. He was pretty good in the amateurs. But he hasn't really, translated too well in the pros.
Apparently, he hurt Opataya in sparring. He used to beat up on Opataya in sparring.
Who? David? Really? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he used to beat him up. That's why they were worried about Opataya a little.
Yo, it's Clobber Tom is dropping some good fights in the comments. He says Oshaki Foster versus Navarrete, Inoue versus Roach. Those are solid fights. But Inoue's gonna smoke. Inoue's gonna smoke Roach though.
Who?
Hold on, which Inoue are you talking about? Naoya Inoue? Or are you talking about? Well, yeah, because he's the closest. I think the other Inoue is his brother's is in the smaller weight class, right? Yeah. But yo, bro, I'm about to get off though. I gotta go handle some business.
You just got on.
Bro, look at the time. I've been on for an hour.
Why are you leaving so soon, bro?
I'm gonna be back, all right, buddy?
Alright.
All right, y'all be safe, man. It's your boy No Credit, and I'm out. Canelo's asking for a payday. Payday.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.